The reason why he had them saying Weast Gang is because that's a YouTuber that he didn't like, so he wanted to make it sound like all of the homophobic and racist shit was coming from that guy's community, hoping he'd get banned for it. He did this for other streamers as well, and he'd target small streamers and hopefully get that streamer plus the guy that he was impersonating banned as well. He also would have his followers go to other people's channels and force them to do things, like there was a man that had a mental illness that he went to the channel and forced him to eat his own shit on stream. The guy was going through a really hard time. He started apologizing profusely, begging for the bullying to stop, which Max didn't let it. I'm not going to show you any of that because it's beyond disturbing.
And today I talked to Max about this video, and let's just say he definitely didn't break character.
The situation was bully Wee's girlfriend about her father, who had recently passed away.
Okay. And then I saw this opportunity where she was like, oh, my dad died, and I sent some people, and, you know, that was because I wanted him to make a video. I still think maybe I probably shouldn't have done it. It was not my best moment, but I would do it again.
But the reason I'm doing it is because I feel like his audience that he has in his Discord right now, the one that's attacking my Discord because he told them to, probably doesn't know what kind of person Max actually is. I feel like the majority of people would be shocked to learn these things about Max, especially his stance on child porn being shared in his community.
So I asked, what are you gonna do, Max? And he said, I'm gonna respond with fire. And right off from the success from that, guys, as good of the experiences that I've had with Max in the past, it is extremely disappointing to hear what he's allegedly been doing, and some of these things it has done are unforgivable and unexcusable.
There are few things that can even come close to the amount of rage that vicious bullying gives me. It's like, that might sound like it's a broad opinion, but by viciously bullying someone, I mean the type of bullying that leaves the victim crying and begging the culprit to stop on a YouTube livestream because there are thousands of people that were told to harass him in a Discord server owned by an influencer. And if that sounds way too specific, well, it's because it is. Meet MaximilianMus, an absolute human scumbag that used his fame to commit disgusting, petty, borderline illegal, destructive, manipulative, and heinous acts. After hearing that, you might think that I'm going way too hard on this person, which is a nice thought process to have. This shows that you have basic human empathy, which Max does not have. In this video, I will explain exactly why this man is deserving of all these insults. Without further ado, let's move on to the first despicable action this man has committed.
Hey guys, it's Joey Gaming. I would like to thank Legend for letting me on his channel today, exposing Maximilian, which we can all agree is probably one of the worst YouTubers here on the platform. What I'm going to talk about bothers me on a personal level. I have friends and family who have mental disabilities, and Maximilian taking advantage of this guy is absolutely disgusting. In one clip, he made a streamer eat his own shit. Keep in mind, this guy has a mental disability and does not know when people are trolling or not, and we honestly don't know what disability he has. It could be literally anything. I have friends and family who have autism, and it's sad to see how people treat them sometimes, and the way that Max treats them is absolutely pathetic. In the second case, this streamer once again with a mental disability was begging to Max for him to stop bullying him, and you know what Max and his friends do? They keep fucking bullying him. There's a video of him crying, and all I can say is that you must have no empathy for these type of people or humanity at all if you treat your fellow humans like this. I'm gonna call it quits here because I'm getting kinda pissed off, but after you're done watching this masterpiece of a video that Legend is producing, please check out my YouTube channel, Joey Gaming. I've been trying to get to 3,000 subscribers for a long time, and I would love to reach that goal by April. So after you're done, please check out my YouTube channel. I do videos like this every single day. So anyways, Legend, continue on with your video.
On their own, the small locust is just your ordinary insect, not posing any threat to humans. That all changes when the singular locust transforms into a swarm. Devastation tactics. In a matter of minutes, a swarm of locusts can turn a large field of crops into an empty lot, deprived of its once rich, bountiful harvests. These swarms can send small communities into a state of chaos, starving the people until the next harvest. That is, if the locusts don't come back to repeat the same sin. In a way, we could compare MaximilianMus and his fanbase to a large swarm of ravenous insects flying around to find their next target. But wheat won't sate their hunger. No, only flesh and blood can do that. All it takes for a streamer to get assaulted by MaximilianMus's horde is with multiple pings in the secret Discord servers, which ends up getting deleted in a short period of time. Without warning, a streamer's chat can be bombarded with racial slurs and homophobic remarks in just a few seconds. With his weaponized fanbase, MaximilianMus is virtually unstoppable in these raids. All the streamer can do is endure the harassment or end the stream. The most notable cases were when Max sent his fanbase to attack a mentally disabled streamer. Which caused the streamer to break down and cry to his attackers, begging for forgiveness. Unfortunately, with being featured in the Moist Critical Exposed video of MaximilianMus, he decided to quit YouTube in fear of backlash he would receive from MaximilianMus's community. The other case had to deal with MaximilianMus's strong hatred towards a streamer called Weast. It's unknown why he hates Weast so much, but Max makes it abundantly clear that he does not like Weast at all. This hatred leads Max to not only raid Weast streams, but also command his followers to impersonate Weast fans while going on their raids, spamming Weast gang and other horrid things that could get someone banned off a platform. He did this so different streamers would believe that Weast was the one, the actual one, that made his fans go out and harass people online, eventually getting him banned. Thankfully, this tactic didn't work in the end, but it still left a sour taste in Weast's mouth. With the atrocities MaximilianMus was able to commit with the help of his fanbase, it is so painfully clear that he should not have the power which he has right now, and which he abuses consistently. If cancel culture truly works, it needs to work right now.
So something very strange happened recently. MaximilianMus deleted his YouTube channel, or deactivated it, because he could always get it back if he emailed Google support, but this was such a weird thing to do, and we don't have any definitive answer for it, but later on in the video, I actually interview one of his friends, like one of his old friends that he used to play with and stuff like that. They weren't super close, but they were like colleagues, you know? And I interview a friend called Wamo, or a person named Wamo that was one of Max's friends, which went well. It definitely went well. This is recorded after the fact. And basically for this part, I just want to talk about how much he hates this streamer called Weast. Weast is like a variety streamer, I'm pretty sure. He like turns on his camera and he just makes a stream. And ever since like the Slazo situation, you know, like I really didn't hear about him because like I didn't really like him because of his false accusations of Slazo. But you know, when you get harassed every day, have a chat of tens of thousands of people telling you to go kill yourself, saying the N-word and saying homophobic slurs, then I could kind of make an exception whether I like you or not. When you're getting harassed by MaximilianMus, I feel sympathy for you no matter who you are. MaximilianMus using his fanbase like this is absolutely disgusting. It's weaponizing your fanbase in a way that we thought that Dream was doing, but this is on a whole nother level. When I talked about Dream weaponizing his fanbase, I kind of meant it as a joke. I didn't really think he was using his fanbase as a way of holding leverage upon someone else, but Max does. Max genuinely weaponizes his fanbase, and it's disgusting. There's many screenshots to prove this, so don't think that I'm just saying this with nothing to go off of. He definitely did this. He had many Discord servers, which were later deleted by him and also Discord themselves, containing some bad things, and not even the worst thing that he's been alleged of doing inside there is raiding people, telling everybody to raid certain streamers, and it's gotten like way too far. He's told people, like, he's literally went into someone's stream and like bullied them until they started crying on live stream, begging them to stop and not stopping. That pissed me off, and I'm sure my friends already talked about it. So what we want to know is the stuff that Max was alleged of doing, is that true? Because all of this stuff he has been proven to do, like raiding, harassment and stuff like that, but the actual horrible things, we haven't seen anything about it. All we have is Penguin Z0's video on it, saying that it happened without actually showing screenshots, which I can't really blame him for, but if it comes out that this stuff happened, it's literal, like, felony territory. So, let's get into the Wamo interview, which will be the second part of this video. Peace. Would you say you were super close to Max?
So I'll definitely not say that we were super close, right? Because like we were sort of colleagues, but we'd talk a bit, like we'd play some games together. We weren't like the close friends that you'd be telling each other like your deepest and darkest secrets. But we were like pretty casual friends. Like he would invite me to games, we'd hop in the game, we'd talk in the game, we'd make jokes together. And we were in quite a few of these like voice chats together, and we were chill. We got along fine, you know. Yeah, I'd say, but we're definitely not like super close.
So just like on speaking terms, like.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I had him added on like Discord, on Steam. We would chat. We were in some group chats together. He introduced me to his friends. I introduced him to my friends. It was sort of like a mutual, like, you know, friendship.
Would you say that Max presented any large red flags behavior-wise?
Well, yes and no. He certainly did present some red flags, which I definitely did ignore due to the fact that I do know he is a troller. I know that he makes a lot of jokes, and some very edgy jokes. But if I saw anyone else saying some of the things that he said, then that would definitely be huge red flags. But because it was Max who was saying it, things like N-word baiting, things like trolling people in game, calling them names, like that's the sort of stuff, like if I saw someone like random doing that, I'd be like, yeah, that's toxic. But because it was Max, because I I know he's trolling, and because it was like in a voice chat with his friends, like he wasn't really like doing anything to people who he didn't know, you know.
Yeah.
Even in some of his videos, I don't think people know this, but some of the people who were like reacting in his videos are his friends. So some of his videos are pretty much like fake, I guess you could say. But I don't think like anybody knows that. I just know that he made a video, right? And he's basically just like his friends were in the video, but it was like posed as like random people.
So basically, it was like staged.
I don't know if it was necessarily staged, but it was definitely like sort of misleading because everyone assumes I as just going to random matches and meeting random people. But some of those people in his videos are actually people he already knows, and they're just like people who know what it's like, and they're just like probably I don't know, perhaps they're reacting for the video. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, like he said some stuff, like in your mind, you kind of like rationalized it because, like, of course, he was a friend at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like stuff that like alright, someone's like saying weird things, they're dissing Obama, they're like N-word baiting like their friends, and it's like it's toxic. It's stuff that I don't really like. I don't like any of that stuff. But since it was him and it was just him around his friends, like they're all in on it, so it was nothing that I was really like, oh, like what the hell's he doing? Like I don't like if that was like with strangers, I'd be like, bruh, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
But since it was just with his like homies, I was like, oh, you know,
What would Max's friends say that would kind of rub you off the wrong way?
there was a time that we were like all in a voice call together, and I know for sure that they were joking, but like now it's sort of aged really badly. But they were all talking about how they're pedophiles, and they were like joking about like how low like the age they go, and stuff like that. I have this all in recording as well, but I know like yeah, I have lots of conversations recorded, but I'm quite hesitant leaking them, especially if like they got out with the wrong context, since I know they were joking. Like I know it's like really bad humor, and it's aged really badly.
That's...
But yeah, it's kind of sus, man.
Who were these friends that he regularly hanged out with?
Oh yeah, I know who they are. I've seen like their faces, well, some of their faces. Like a lot of them like are very close to Max to the point where they're like laying in bed on like video chats, and like you know, of course, I think one guy, his name's Max O, and he was like showing Max's bedroom and stuff, and they were chilling. They just seemed like homies, you know. They've had a fight since then. I don't really know what's up with that. But most of the people Max knows, he knows on like a personal level. Like not necessarily in real life, but like they've obviously opened up to Max quite a bit.
Did you know of these actions while they were happening, or did you learn about them later?
So when I like found out about everything, it was like from the critical video, right? So like the only side I really saw of Max like firsthand that wasn't like because I know that there was a video created by Turkey Tom, which I don't like. I remember like seeing a section of it, which was mostly about Max's friend. I didn't really see as much that Max did. You know, I knew he was a troller. I knew he raided like discords and stuff, and I was sort of like, all right, that stuff, it's stupid, but it's cringe. All right, it's like that sort of stuff. It's just like cringe. You don't really think much more of it. You know, some of the like jokes he made, such as like when he joked about someone's dead relative. That was like I was like, why would you do that? But speaking to Max, like personally, he's genuinely like knew that he made a mistake there, and I feel like sometimes he has like a persona, right? He has a like persona that he uses on YouTube, which is like trolling, doesn't care about anything, and then behind the screen, like a few times he's like actually revealed his like real personality towards me, and he's actually like a really kind, respectful, and like friendly guy when he's out of his personality, which is something that no one expects at all. Oh yeah, he's very like one-on-one he's very nice, and I have friends who I've like introduced to him who can also say the same, who will like be like, yeah, he was a really nice guy, he was kind, he was funny, he was respectful. Like
This,
it's honestly
this is
quite
gonna be,
shocking.
this is gonna be a killer question. Was Max aware of the video that you made?
Oh yeah, I messaged him before I made that video. I was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna have to make a video on this because I can't associate myself with what you've been doing." And I told him, I was like, "What they're saying, what you've allegedly done is horrible, and it's not something that I can, stand by. Even if you're my friend, I can't support that." So I basically told him that. I let him know that I'm working on a video, basically explaining my friendship with him, like my experiences, basically what I've noticed, what I've seen from like a personal level. And he was like hesitant at first, and then he was like, all right, like, because I told him, I was like, hey man, you've been nothing but nice to me, but I gotta like speak up on some of the things you're doing, because I was already getting comments and stuff. Lots of people already knew that I was like friends with Max and we hang out and stuff, we were homies, but I had to like make a video explaining that I don't support anything that is allegedly done. And I say allegedly because he has actually been accused of some things which he hasn't done. And that's something I know for sure. And I do feel bad like that he has been accused of some really horrible things which aren't true, but that's how it is. He's done some other really bad things, which I know he actually has done. And there's also been some things like behind the scenes that his friends have done while Max was there, which I probably will like not mention for a very long time because it's horrible, dude, and I don't want to just add to the dog pile. There's some really crazy things, crazy stories I have, but like I'm not really ready to, go out say all these like stories and stuff,
Why do you think Max disabled his YouTube account?
All right, so there's been rumors. There's been about 3 rumors out there. All right, and 2 of them are plausible. The first one is completely fake. The fake rumor is that YouTube terminated his account due to terms and service. That's wrong. And I don't know if you watched like around the ending of my video where I went through some screenshots and like
Oh yeah, I did.
basically conversations asking him, "Hey, do you think your channel's gonna be deleted?" And he was like, "Nah, man." Which I don't think that YouTube was actually going to terminate his channel, to be honest. But there's 2 other rumors, right, which I can't confirm. And one of them is that there was a community post on his channel basically saying goodbye and that he's sort of quitting YouTube, which I highly doubt because this is his full-time job. And, what are you going to do? You've been doing YouTube for the past 5 years as your job, or 3 years or whatever. What are you going to do? What life experience do you have? Like, I sort of just don't see another option for him other than continuing YouTube unless he's already got like an alternative route planned. But one of the other things that I really thought about, and I thought maybe if he's like 100 IQ doing this, so what he could be doing is he could be basically disabling his Gmail account until this whole like controversy like blows over, and then it's probably after like all the, because like right now the news outlets are writing on it, heaps of YouTubers are making videos on it, and he has no like chance. Even if he was completely innocent right now, it's already gone too far for him to like stop this backlash. Like even if he did nothing wrong, it's already gone past that point. Like I don't know if you saw the comment section of his videos or like anything, but it's hectic and there's no going back beyond this point. So he's probably just waiting. If he is doing what I think he might be doing, he's probably just waiting for like the news outlets to stop, for him to not really be a big trend, and then he's probably going to come back and just start posting. And then his fans will probably stay. Whoever's not his fans will probably leave, but he already lost like, I don't know how many subscribers he lost, like 100k or 50k or something before he was losing them a lot. And that's why I thought like perhaps he's disabling it because you can't unsubscribe to an account that's not there. And if you disable your account, you can definitely go and email Google like 3 weeks later and say, "Hey, I accidentally disabled my account," and they'll bring it back. Exactly, dude. So that's, I think, and I know Max is very smart. Like I've spoken to him a lot. He is a smart guy, and he seems really stupid, but like he knows a lot about YouTube. He has a lot of experience, and just from me talking to him, even on a personal level and behind his persona, he is very smart and intelligent, but he doesn't use it in a good way at all. He's very manipulative to some people.
Would you say that Max was kind to you privately?
Oh yeah, he was nothing but like kind and respectful towards me. His friends, on the other hand, I didn't really like them. Well, some of them were nice, right? And some of them I still have contact with, and sometimes, like, I was arranging to play with one of his friends, like, a week ago, before this whole thing popped up. But, he was always nothing but kind to me, kind towards my friends. He was definitely a bit of a troll towards, some other people, and some people who he didn't like. Like, I had a few enemies a couple months ago, and Max was on my side, and he was definitely trolling them quite a bit. But, yeah, that whole era is, like, gone, been. But he was definitely a very nice guy to me. Like, it was not until, like, even up until the point that he knew I was making a video on him, he was still a nice guy. He was kind of like, damn, bro, like, I sort of felt bad making that video, but I had to do it because I couldn't stand by what is allegedly done.
Were you involved in or aware of any of Max's private Discord servers, or the servers he used to raid people in?
No, man, not at all. Like, I only found out about that stuff, like, recently. And a lot of those things that went down was, like, quite old. Like, those clips from the Discords, a lot of them are from 2019. And I only met Max, like, 3 months ago or 4 months ago or something. So I didn't know him. Like, I knew of him. I've known of him for quite a while. Like, I watched some of his videos. They're pretty funny. Like, especially if you're, like, in the mood for, like, some trolling. His videos are pretty funny. But I only met him and really became, like, friends with him in the past, like, few months.
Thank you guys so much for getting to the end of the video. This really helps me out a lot with watch time and stuff like that. And I tried my best making one of these long videos, which I never really have done. I usually try to, like, get the information out there really fast. But with a 30-minute video, I don't think I did horrible, but if I did bad, feel free to give me criticism in the comment section. I will use it, and it actually does help me a lot with being able to stretch out, like, scripts and stuff like that. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps me a lot if you do so. Pushes me into, like, the algorithm. And if you comment, I will heart it and respond to it if you want me to respond to it. So, well, I guess that's it. I'm gonna roll the credits for everybody who was in the video. Make sure to scroll down in the description and check out everybody that was in this video. They are absolute legends. See ya.